What's going on, everyone? Welcome to
Marshall
Matters
Matters
Monday, where we check out all things associated with Eminem and his people. All right, so the next what we got today is a suggestion from Ravy T Biz. Hopefully we said that right.
You probably didn't.
Probably didn't.
Unfortunately.
Oh well. My bad. Anyway. What we got up next is Mockingbird. That's the request. That's what we're about to jump into. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go.
Yeah, I know sometimes things may not always make sense to you right now, but hey, what Daddy always tell you, straighten up, little soldier, stiffen up that upper lip. What you crying about? You got me. Haley, I know you miss your mom, and I know you miss your dad when I'm gone, but I'm trying to give you the life that I never had. I can see you sad, even when you smile, even when you laugh, I can see it in your eyes. Deep inside, you wanna cry, cause you're scared. I ain't there, Daddy's with you in your prayers. No more crying, wipe them tears. Daddy's here, no more nightmares. We gon' pull together through it, we gon' do it. Laney uncle's crazy, ain't he? Yeah, but he loves you, girl, and you better know it. We're all we got in this world, when it spins, when it swirls, when it whirls, when it twirls. Two little beautiful girls looking puzzled in a daze. I know it's confusing you. Daddy's always on the move, mama's always on the news. I try to keep you sheltered from it.
I think this was the very first time that we got an intimate look into M's life. Because these are like home videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that's, made up. Those are actual news articles from the actual news, or news clips from when Kim had got arrested. So this one hit different when you know it's a real person.
Oh yeah, it's like looking at all the home videos, all the and what you said at the end, always on the road. That makes it tough. You're trying to get a career off the ground. You gotta be away from home, but at the same time, if you're just at home sitting on your butt, then you guys are gonna struggle financially. So you gotta make a choice.
But somehow it seems the harder that I try to do that, the more it backfires on me. All the things growing up as daddy that he had to see. Daddy don't want you to see, but you see just as much as he did. We did not plan it to be this way, your mother and me, but things have got so bad between us. I don't see us ever being together ever again, like we used to be when we was teenagers. But then of course everything always happens for a reason. I guess it was.
You even got the high school photos. He's gonna dive deep on this.
I've heard this song hundreds of times, but I've actually never seen the video.
Yeah, I think it hits deeper when you watch the video with it. Definitely.
For a reason, I guess it was never meant to be, but it's just something we have no control over, and that's what destiny is. But no more worries, rest your head and go to sleep. Maybe one day we'll wake up and this'll all just be a dream. Now hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Stiffen that upper lip up, little lady. I told ya, Daddy's here to hold ya through the night. I know mommy's not here right now, and we don't know why. We feel how we feel inside. It may seem a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise mama's gonna be alright.
It's crazy to think about everything that they was going through. They was doing a lot of home videos.
I think it's easy, like when you turn the camera on.
Just have a good time on a good day.
It can be a good day, but the moment that camera go off or somebody say something,
or it's like, okay, that day was okay, but what about the week?
you know what I mean?
What about the next day?
And I think
before,
when you gonna put your personal life in the video of this magnitude, you're not gonna put the ugliness in it, and we all know that it was ugly.
Well, no one's ever recording the ugliness and everything.
In 2024,
I'm talking about home videos and stuff, not people out there in the streets with their smartphones. Like making home videos and stuff. Usually, you're not gonna record.
Some
those
people
parts.
do record the ugliness if it's going to court. Like now, I got proof to show you the ugliness.
True.
But I'm saying in this magnitude, we all knew that it was nasty because M talked about how much he disliked Kim, so we all knew it was nasty. But to see the happiness and then to think about, and it ended in such nastiness, it's different.
It's like it couldn't hold together. It's like a story of tragedy, really.
And then you're not the same person that you were in high school.
People grow apart, and sometimes it's hard to deal with.
It's funny, I remember back one year when daddy had no money. Mommy wrapped the Christmas presents up and stuck them under the tree and said some of them were from me, cause daddy couldn't buy them. I'll never forget that Christmas. I sat up the whole night crying, cause daddy felt like a bum. See, daddy had a job, but his job was to keep the food on the table for you and mom. And at the time, every house that we lived in either kept getting broken into and robbed or shot up on the block. And your mom,
yeah, being in bad neighborhoods and everything. And it's like, yeah, feeling guilty like that, I understand that feeling. It's rough. But if you're doing your part, he said his job was taking care of the bills and she bought the gifts. But you feel like a bum because he couldn't do both.
As a go-getter of a mom, and he can tell you, I pride myself in making sure that I can provide for my family, even though he's a great provider. I've always been a hustler. It's always been, about making sure that my kids have. And there's been plenty of times that I wasn't able to provide for my kids the way I wanted to. And it broke me down.
It's like you got to stop sometimes and remind yourself that, yeah, all that extra stuff is good, but you got to remember that you're still doing everything you can. We always made sure that you guys had what you guys needed, but it sucked when we guys couldn't get you the extra stuff.
just shot up on the block, and your mom was saving money for you in a jar, trying to start a piggy bank for you so you could go to college. Almost had $1,000 till someone broke in and stole it, and I know it hurt so bad it broke your mama's heart. And it seemed like everything was just starting to fall apart. Mom and dad was arguing a lot, so mama moved back on the Chalmers in a flat 1-bedroom apartment, and dad moved back to the other side of 8 Mile on Novara.
And that's another thing, dealing with like being in a bad neighborhood where you guys can't even save up without something happening. And it's like you can't yell at the person who stole from you because he's long gone. So the stress, you just end up taking it out on each other.
And then you start to blame other people. If you didn't move us over here, we wouldn't have got broken into. And now,
or if you'd have put it in a safer, arguing, well, why'd you leave it right there? Why'd you put it in a safer spot? Or back and forth, every little thing, picking at each other because you're both frustrated.
And it just collapses.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Daddy went to California with his CD and met Dr. Dre and flew you and Mama out to see me. But Daddy had to work, you and Mama had to leave me. Then you started seeing Daddy on the TV, and Mama didn't like it. And you and Laney were too young to understand it. Papa was a Rolling Stone, Mama developed a habit, and it all happened too fast for either one of us to grab it. I'm just sorry you were there and had to witness it firsthand, cause all I ever wanted to do was just make you proud. Now I'm sitting in this empty house, just reminiscing, looking at your baby pictures. It just trips me out to see how much you both have grown. It's almost like your sisters now.
It hits different as a parent to be like, your daddy's on TV when he should be at home, but it's like you plant the seeds of
negativity.
Yeah, and when you think about like the angle that you're telling the story right now, it's like maybe it would just, things didn't line up the way it should have in that moment. You think about it like, Eminem even talks about how he was on the edge of giving up on rap before Dre finally called him up. So what if Dre would have called him sooner, at an earlier time before certain things were bad in his relationship? Would they have a solid relationship now? Was it the thing that they fell apart just before his career took off, that it just couldn't be repaired at that point?
But
like, who knows what would have happened?
For a reason.
Exactly.
Your time is your time. But then I feel like if you listen to what he said, it's like your mom developed a drug habit. Did you develop the drug habit because I was succeeding and you didn't feel like you were a part of the success?
Because from what it looked like, yeah, they broke up and then his career took off. So in a way, she could have took it in her mind like, oh, he just left her behind, that kind of thing, Or
did you always have I'm only doing this for recreational party purposes, and now all of a sudden
it just went downhill?
And it's like, to put that burden on a person is a lot. Even if she didn't intentionally mean to put that burden on him, that's still a lot for one person to carry. And you can see how it played out, even though we caught the earlier versions of the hatred for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like your sisters now. Wow, I guess you pretty much are. And Daddy's still here. Laney, I'm talking to you too. Daddy's still here. I like the sound of that chair. It's got a ring to it, don't it? Shh, Mama's only gone for the moment. Now hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Stiffen that up, pull it up, little lady. I told ya, daddy's here to hold ya through the night. I know mommy's not here right now, and we don't know why. We feel how we feel inside. It may seem a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise mama's gonna be alright. And if you ask me to, daddy's gonna buy you a Mockingbird. I'ma give you the world. I'ma buy a diamond ring for you. I'ma sing for you. I'll do anything for you to see you smile. And if that Mockingbird don't sing and that ring don't shine, I'ma break that birdie's neck. I go back to the jeweler who sold it to you and make him meet every carat. Don't f with that.
It was like so positive.
It was like
I
we was
love
getting
this
all
song.
Marshall Mathers, then Shady just had to pop out the end like, I'm still here.
And if that birdie don't sing and that ring don't shine, I'm gonna break that birdie neck.
It was like Eminem, Marshall was over here just giving us some wholesomeness. Then Shady had to pop out like, I'm still here. It's like, I'm still around. Oh, man.
But I think when Encore came out, I was a parent still because, mind you, he's only 19.
Mm-hmm.
But it hits different once you realize all the sacrifice, and as parents, we all make sacrifices. Hell, even having YouTube channels is a sacrifice of time that could be spent with our 2 other kids, time that could be spent with us together, because it's like you got to sacrifice to make the dream become a reality.
It's like anything you do. If whatever career you're trying to pursue, it's going to take time away. So it's tough. But all right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Go down in the comment section. Let us know what y'all thought about this one. Let us know what you'd like to see us react to next. Hit that like button before you go. Share this video with everyone you know. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right? So, till next time, take care of yourselves. And we're out of here.
Y'all be easy.